Welcome to today's episode of The Oasis. Yesterday we covered massive amounts of fraud that's taken place in Minnesota under corrupt Tim Walz. Now videos are going viral all over the internet by independent journalist Nick Shirley. One of them's got almost 90 million views now, which is pretty insane. What's even more insane is the amount of corruption and fraud that's going on under Democrat leadership in this country. Now, moments ago, President Trump just met with President Zelenskyy of Ukraine to talk peace between Ukraine and Russia. Let's watch and welcome.
I do believe that we have the makings of a deal. It's good for Ukraine, good for everybody. It's very important. There's nothing more important, in my book. We settled 8 wars, and this is the most difficult one. I thought it would be in the middle of the pack. This is the most difficult one, but we're going to get it done. We're going to have a great meeting today. This gentleman has worked very hard, and he's very brave, and his people are very brave. I mean, what they've gone through, no nation, very rarely has a nation ever had to go through this. So we're going to have a very good meeting today, I think, and I'm also calling President Putin back after the meeting, and we'll continue a negotiation. Pretty complex, but not that complex.
Man, President Trump just towers over Zelenskyy, doesn't he? But that was pretty good from the president. He said, and it's good news, he said that, there's makings of a deal, so that's something. We've had pretty much, maybe a deal, maybe not, here and there over the past 11 months. So it's starting to sound like a peace agreement is finally going to happen between Russia and Ukraine in the near future. And President Trump's ended, 8 wars so far in just 11 months of his presidency, which is pretty historic. And so we definitely want to see Russia and Ukraine come to a conclusion. That's what he said. There's countless people dying every week and every day over there for no reason other than Putin's ambitions and getting whatever territorial land that he can get. Now, I will show you this is pretty funny. President Trump offered the press corps lunch. Watch.
Margot, if you would, I think you could sit outside and have some food. Would you like to have food, or do you consider that a bribe, and therefore you cannot write honestly, or therefore you have to write a bad story? Okay, because if you'd like, would you like something to eat at this time? Yes or no? You can speak.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. Margot,
Yes, sir.
take them outside, tell the chef, serve them a little lunch, okay?
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Only President Trump can tell someone that politely to get the hell out of the room. Y'all hungry? You want some lunch? Skedaddle. Anyway, let's turn to a more serious story that I come across. And it was posted on X by a man named Matt Van Sol. And the story is a woman by the name of LAKESHIA M. Austin is running as a Republican in the state of North Carolina for a state Senate seat in District 22. Now, she is a lifelong Democrat. I could tell you, doesn't look like a Republican candidate. But this is what they're doing now. And Democrats realize that in state and local elections and states that have been gerrymandered like Texas and North Carolina, they know they have no chance running as a Democrat and winning. All right? So let me explain that a little bit for you so we can understand exactly what they're doing now. And this is the new play from the Democrats, right? So you've got, for instance, Texas that gerrymandered their state district lines. And you've got Jasmine Crockett. Well, what Texas essentially did when they redraw their state district maps is they deleted Jasmine Crockett's congressional seat, right, as a Democrat. And it's now a Republican seat. Well, Jasmine Crockett, being a Democrat, is not going to win that seat in an election. So that's why she's running for Senate in the state of Texas. So this is what LAKESHIA is doing in North Carolina, but as a local state representative. And it's cheaper for Democrats to flip to a Republican and run as a Republican and win in a red state than it is in a red state running as a Democrat now. So this is the big play that they're doing. And let me break it down and explain it to you this way. So you've got primary elections and general elections, right? So with her running as a Republican during a primary, that's all she has to win in a red state is a primary election. So there'll be a list of, let's say, five Republican candidates, including LAKESHIA, and people will pick from that list of who they want to go to the general election. So if LAKESHIA wins the primary in a red state as a Republican, she's pretty much already won the state Senate seat in District 22. So Democrats don't care what if they call themselves a Democrat, a Republican, an independent. They have no values, and this is pure proof of that. I mean, we all sense that and know that, but they are laying it out for us with a spotlight. I mean, it is pitiful. It really is. The only thing they care about is moving their own agenda and their own personal agenda and filling their pockets. That at the end of the day, that's all this is. LAKESHIA probably doesn't even understand what Republican or Democrat is, but she wants the power, or somebody wants her to have the power, so they or her can get the money. They can. I guarantee you, she'll probably open up a child care facility and rack in some kind of federal government dollars. I mean, it's pitiful, and everybody watching this needs to wake up to what's going on in this country. And it's a shame that it's gotten to this point, but it's a reason I'm in front of a camera again, and it's a reason why I'm trying to get this stuff out there. So stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later on the Oasis.